what you need to say. Say what you need to say. It's better to say too much than never to say what you need to say. Yeah.
Hello my internet friends, it's another Wednesday, another walk and talk. Thank you for tuning in today. I've got a couple things I gotta update you guys with. We've got a new tenant in the Box of Awesome this week. I also have to update you about the contest and the BelieveInFate store. So stick around to the end of the video to hear all of that, and we're gonna go ahead and start answering some questions. I actually received one video response question this week, and it comes from Ike Productions 89, and he asked,
Alright, my question is, if there was never the invention of the internet or any other kinds of media such as like cell phones or anything, where do you think we would be today as a country or just individual people? Alright.
Okay, so if there was never the invention of the internet, where do I think we would be as a country or as individual people? I think if the internet was never invented, I'd probably still be sitting on the couch playing video games with my brother instead of with people across the world. As far as video games go, I think that's one thing that they've stopped doing. Aside from fighting games, I rarely see games that have two-player capabilities, you know, where you can play with somebody on the couch. It's always online and stuff. I think the family values and stuff would definitely still be stronger like it was like 15-20 years ago. Back then, like, the number one thing I liked to do when I was a kid growing up before the internet was, you know, just go out and hang out with friends, play with sticks, throw rocks into a river or something, you know? You just go outside, period. I think things would still be like that in a way. Like, instead of being online all the time, well, I'd probably still be making videos. I just wouldn't be able to post them on the internet, but I'd be going out more. I'd probably go and play bowling a lot more with friends and stuff, or I'd probably be spending a lot more time with family instead of having the internet take up a lot of my time. Because believe me, YouTube is one of the hardest things to kick, because when I get on YouTube, whether I'm uploading a video, I'm editing a video, or if I'm just watching videos on YouTube, it's hard to get off of the computer. You're just glued to it. So, but I think for the most part, society's values would definitely be a little bit more stronger with regards to friends and family instead of being hooked to your computer screens, you know what I mean? So that's what I think. But thank you very much, Luke, for the question. We're gonna go ahead and jump to the comment questions. Yeah, the comment questions for this week. All right. Okay, the first comment question for this week comes from the Honeymoon Campers, and they asked, what was the best book that you ever had to read for school? And here comes the wind, okay? I honestly don't remember a lot of the books that I read, like in elementary school and stuff like that. One of the books that I remember the most, only because I read it for a book report, was To Kill a Mockingbird. I actually liked that book. From what I remember, that was what was assigned to me to make a book report about. Other than that, I really don't remember a lot of other stories or books that we read. It's just, when I was growing up, I really hated learning things that I didn't want to learn. I just hated reading from a book. I'd rather go and experience it, you know, or learn it hands-on. I mean, that's probably why I don't remember. I know we read books in school, but I just can't pinpoint any of them out aside from To Kill a Mockingbird. Thank you guys for the question, though. I'm sorry I couldn't answer it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next question, which comes from Eric TV 365, and he asked, in a setting of a zombie apocalypse, you run across an abandoned grocery store. What do you pick? Twinkies or coconut cream puffs? And can't help but remember Zombieland for this question. Honestly, I can't take a lot of Hostess snacks easily. Like, I can't eat too many of them or otherwise I feel sick. But between the two, I'd pick Twinkies just because they're one of my favorites. But if I really had to pick out of anything inside a grocery store, I'd probably pick cheddar and sour cream Ruffles. If it were a zombie apocalypse and I came across an abandoned grocery store, the chip aisle would be the first place I go for. Then probably the soda and energy drinks. To answer your question, man, definitely Twinkies. I like them both, but Twinkies just have an advantage over me. Or it could be the movie, I don't know. But thanks for the question, man. And we move on to the next one. All right, the next question comes from Shane545545, and he asked me, what was your nickname as a kid or now? It's always been the same. My nickname has been Ray. Ray is not my real name. It's always been my nickname. And no, I'm not gonna tell you guys my real name. I might tell you guys. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I might tell you guys eventually. But Ray has always and will always be my nickname. But thank you very much, Shane, for the question. And the next one comes from Alex D Vlogs. And I'm sorry about the wind. It's starting to pick up here. But he asked, if Manny Pacquiao came to you and asked you to train him for his next fight, what would you say to him? And honestly, I'd tell him, go find another trainer because you're gonna get whooped if you let me train you. But can I have an autograph? But yes, thank you very much, man, for the question. And we move on to the next one. All right, the next question comes from my friend Nate, aka Jerg08, and he asked, Call of Duty Black Ops or Medal of Honor? I would actually have to pick Black Ops over Medal of Honor. They're actually very close to being a tie. There's just small things that Black Ops has that I really prefer over Medal of Honor. I'm not gonna say it here because I'm actually going to explain that in a future Top Gaming News Weekly episode, so be on the lookout for that. I'll definitely link you guys to it. But yes, Black Ops over Medal of Honor. So yeah, thank you very much, Nate. And let's go ahead and jump to the next question, which comes from Benny Nen, I think. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, man. He asked, how many music concerts have you been to, and what were your favorite ones? I haven't been to a lot, maybe less than 6 or 7. I've been to a Slipknot concert, I've been to a Tool concert, 2 of them actually here in Pensacola, and I've been to 2 Linkin Park concerts. Both of those were in the Philippines, actually. My favorite ones out of all the concerts I've been to would definitely be between Linkin Park and Tool. I mean, just because Tool really puts on a good show, and Linkin Park because, well, their music is awesome. So yes, I would have to pick those 2. But thank you, Benny, for the questions, and we're gonna go ahead and get to the other ones. The next one comes from DannyBoy313, and he asked if you could be in any video game, what would it be? That's kind of a hard question because there's a lot of games I'd really like. Like, if I could really be in any video game, it'd have to be between Heavy Rain, just because of the detail and the story. I'd love to be the hero in Heavy Rain. Maybe not Ethan Mars because I don't want to go through those trials. I don't know, we'll see. But I'd also like to be in Uncharted just because, yeah, I think I'd like to be Nathan Drake's sidekick. I think that would be pretty cool. Ooh, one other game I'd probably like to be in as a additional character, maybe Metal Gear Solid. I just really like the story of that one. So it'd be between those 3 games, more or less. Thank you very much, Daniel, for the question. We're gonna go ahead and jump to the next one. Okay, the next question comes from Ploy SR08, and she asked, what would you represent yourself as? A bird or a tree? Kind of a hard question because, well, you know, if I'm a bird, I can fly around and stuff like that, which would be cool. But if I were a tree, yeah, the bad thing is I'd be stuck to one solid place, but I could probably bear fruit, I could feed people, unless they cut me down, make me into wood. I don't know, there's pros and cons to both. But I think just to answer your question, Ploy, I'd probably pick a bird, just because you could fly. I don't think I could stay forever in one spot. I gotta move around. But thank you for the question, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, the next question comes from my friend Alright Jess, and she asked me to pick between good or evil, and she asked that because she's playing Fable 3 right now. But that goes without saying, I'd choose good, easy, because in a video game I'd probably try both at least once, but in the real world, definitely good. I don't want to be associated with anything evil. So yes, good all the way, 100%, all the time. Yes, good. But thank you, Jess, for the question, and we move to the final question this week, which comes from one of my most favorite friends and subscribers ever, Alyssa Scott08, and she asked me, what is my favorite part and my favorite food of Thanksgiving? Well, my favorite part of Thanksgiving is just getting together with friends and family, and I love that. I love being able to talk to all of my friends all in one place, or my whole family all in one place, and I mean, it's Thanksgiving, it's what it's for. My favorite food? I'm sorry, as much as I love turkey, my favorite food during Thanksgiving is the stuffing and gravy. My mouth is watering just thinking about those right now. But yeah, I'd kill for a good stuffing. That sounded so wrong. I'm sorry, but yes, the stuffing and gravy is my favorite food for Thanksgiving. And thank you very much, Alyssa, for that question, because I wanted to take a quick moment and give my thanks. Of course, I want to thank God for being alive, especially with what happened last week. Nothing assured me more of that than having that accident happen. I'm also thankful for all of you guys, all of my friends and subscribers in the internet world, as well as the real world. You guys are the best, like I always say, and I don't know where I'd be without you guys. I don't know if I'd still be doing these. Maybe so, but you guys definitely made a change in my life for the better. You make a lot of what I do worthwhile, and your support is just amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better. Of course, aside from that, I am thankful for having a beautiful and loving wife, Tiffany. Thankful for having the support of my family, and there's just so much I'm thankful for. It's not even funny. I just want to take a second and thank all of you guys watching right now. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everything that you've done for me, and I couldn't ask for better people to be watching me on YouTube. You guys are the best. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this walk and talk. Okay, as far as the updates go with the Believe in Fate store and the contest, I might not have the contest details for the next vlog. The reason for that is I actually got a hold of one of Tiffany's friends who is an amazing artist, and he said he would make for me a logo for Believe in Fate and a tagline and everything, so I'm just waiting to see what he comes up with. I'm really excited about that because I love his artwork. I might put a link to some of his portfolio stuff in the description so you can see what I'm talking about. He does amazing work, so I'm really excited for that. I hope you guys are too. So the contest details and the store information might not be until the vlog after the next one, so I'm sorry I'm pushing it back, but I really want to wait for this logo. Other than that, we have a new tenant in my box of awesome. Last week, Alyssa Scott won the 1 week of rent. This week, it is my friend Lewis, aka XX Luigi's Mafia XX07. And his answer to last week's question, if you could be roommates with anyone in the world, who would it be? His answer was Andy McKee. And if you don't know who Andy McKee is, I'll probably put a link at the end of this video or in the description to some of his videos. He's a guitar player, and once you see these, you'll know why I picked his answer, because he's just amazing at what he does. So congratulations, you can move in immediately. And if you yourself would like to be in the box of awesome, all you have to do is answer the question of the week. This week's question is a very festive question, I might add. What is your favorite part of Thanksgiving? So leave your answer in the comment section below or in a video response if you want to be fancy. Just please guys, don't forget to ask your questions for the next walk and talk. I want to say a thank you to all of you that submitted a question for this walk and talk. And don't forget to check out the latest vlog. Look in my eyes. Does it look like I'm joking with you right now? Does it look like I'm joking with you right now? Just write a script! And I'm also going to upload the guitar video from that vlog along with this walk and talk. So be sure to check those out. They will be linked at the end of this video and in the description. And that's about it for this week. So I want to remind you guys again, all of you are the best friends and subscribers anyone could ever ask for in the entire world. I wish all of you a very happy and full Thanksgiving. And as always, keep on vlogging.